So in this video I'm going to show you how I use the Fibonacci, how to get my entry points, where the support and resistance is, so you can time your profit zone, and what tools I use. So Bernard, I know this was something that you are interested in earlier, so you'll be to watch this anyways. So first of all, I want the fib tracement, and we want this from the bottom to the top, and this is going to give us our magic numbers of 618 and 786. I'll just move that along a little bit so you can see the zone that I'm in. I'll just put this along a bit. So there's the Fibonacci from the top to bottom. Now as you can see, this area, the 618 and the 786, this is classed as the golden zone. So this is somewhere I would want to be interested in buying. But first of all, we need to mark our other supports on the chart from behind before you even enter a trade. So I'm going to get my horizontals and I'm going to mark previous supports. So as you can see, this was a support. I'm going to mark that there. This was a support, so I'm going to mark that there. And as you can see, we've got one here which is broken through, and this is the second one, the other support. So potentially we could be dropping down to these areas right about here. But I would want to confirmed, and when I don't want to confirmed until this is switching round the RSI ready to go back up. So for now I'm just on the sidelines, but this is what I'm going to show you on my entry marks. So we're just about in the golden zone. So how I work out where you go for resistance on the way up for taking profits is find the previous support, which is here. We've had some more on here. We've got a lovely one here, and this previous high is up here. So these are the areas for taking profit. These are the areas where we've come down and tested. So we've come down, as you look at the minute, it's coming down, so it could potentially be off the 786, which would be pretty cool. So how do we work out how to take profits? So this is the tool that I use for taking profits. So it's the long position, and where I'm going to enter is round about the 786 mark. So I would click it there, and this will give you your risk reward. So I want to be moving my risk. I want to be moving that up. So I'll move this up just below the 786, where there's going to be a lot of action in that area. I'll just drop it a little bit lower. So that's going to give my risk is going to be 1.8%. So if it goes wrong, drops down here and stops out, I'm out the trade. I've only lost 1.8%. So these are the areas that I'm going to go for if I'm going up this way. Look, so I'll come up this area, and this is where its previous highs were, up this way and even up towards here. So you have to work out what's my risk. So if we go all the way back up here, we're going to take away 17% for a risk of 1.8%. But I'm not that greedy on the short time frame. I'm going to bring mine down to about 11.72. So what I would expect price to do is bounce off this 786 around about the golden area, which is fine. Wait for this RSI. I'll show you. Wait for this RSI to come round, and once we start coming up here, once you're in this zone, it's classed as no man's land. I would never execute a trade in any of these areas whatsoever. Even if there was a lot of price action, I wouldn't go in. So basically I'm just waiting for this guys to do a switch round to start coming back up, then I'll enter my trade. And it takes all the emotion out of it. You've planned it all before it's even happened. You found all your areas of support, and you found all your profit areas. So what I would do is go on my algorithm, set up a limit order for exactly the marks that we've just done on this one. Set an area for 0.2475. I'll put my stop loss at 0.2425, and I'll take my profits at 2.76. I'll do all that on a limit order, and then I'll just leave it. I wouldn't even have to go and check to see if the price action's moved. I will just leave it. If it stops us out, then I've only lost 1.8%. If I'm right, we'll start pushing towards 11%. I'll move me stop loss. So under each lower high, I'll keep on raising it up to each one until we get to where it needs to be. So it's pretty simple, but you've got to be structured and you kind be emotional. If you see it going the other way, don't start saying, oh, it's going down, I'm going to move my stop loss down. Or if it gets up the way it's going to hit you take profit, and you start going, oh, take it a bit higher. Once you've set the trade before you do it, you leave it regardless, and that's where the power is of having no emotions, just letting it do its course. So Bernard, I hope you like that video. If you do, hit the subscribe button just so I can grow the channel. I'm going to be putting more on like this. Hit the like button as well, please. I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one.